Hi guys, so I just noticed an intro was never filmed, but welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are excited. As you can see from the title, I had Instagram choose the books that I read. I posted 2 options on my stories if you guys saw those throughout the week, and this video is the results from that. So I hope you guys enjoy, and that's all from me. Yeah, enjoy the video. Okay. Hi, I'm trying to pick the 2 books I want to choose for tomorrow because I'm going to post it now just to get a head start. And I'm looking at my TBR, and this has been happening to me the past month, the whole month of June. I don't know what I want to read. Nothing is screaming my name. So I think the first one I'm going to do is the Happy Ever After playlist by Abby Jimenez. This is the one that's after The Friend Zone by her. Her writing's really quick, so I think I'm going to do not one of these. I'm going to do this one. And then I might put this in, but I know you have to like read the whole trilogy to understand it. Let's do this one. Let's do Happily Ever After playlist and Flock. Okay, let's get my phone on the floor. It's going. Okay. Okay, Happily Ever After playlist, Flock. How do I Flock? Okay, add to story. Hello? How do I pause my screen recording? Is it still going? Stop. I think I got it. I'll be back tomorrow with our winner. Oh wow, I look absolutely insane. I was sitting outside and my hair is in probably the messiest little clip thing it's ever been in. Look at my hair. Okay, the winner of the poll is Happily Ever After playlist with 59% and Flock got 41%. We're gonna start this. Like I said, this is the book that comes after The Friend Zone. This is about her best friend in The Friend Zone. I forgot her name, but Sloane is her best friend and her story. Now, the way Friend Zone ended literally took me by surprise and completely shook me up. So I'm excited to see how this is told, how the story goes. I'm gonna go start it. I'm gonna go sit outside again. It's so beautiful out finally. I'm very excited. It's the next morning. Is it morning? Hold on. Oh my god, my nails are so annoying. I have read a bunch of this book. Honestly, I think I've gotten almost halfway. I'm on page 186 and there's about 370 pages. I have no idea what halfway of that is. There is something about Abby's writing. I'm not kidding. Every single one of her books that I've read, the way that she writes and the way the story flows is so like impeccable. Like it goes so quickly. And the best part is it gets right into the story. Like as soon as the story started, you get right into it. So it's basically about Sloane, who was the best friend of the first one. And right in the beginning, a dog runs in front of her car, jumps in through her sunroof, and it's not her dog. She finds the name tag, the number on the thing. She calls and the guy doesn't answer. So she keeps the dog because she doesn't want to bring it to the shelter. And then the guy finally calls back and she's like, no, this is my dog now. And he's like still away on a trip because he's a musician for 2 weeks. Kind of just talk over the phone. They text and they banter with each other for these 2 weeks, and seeing those text messages and them talking and getting to know each other like that while she has this dog, it was so cute. He's also this like indie rock artist and I just love that so much. And the dog story and just like everything about that whole scene and the way that they met is just so cute, and the way she wrote it was so good. It flowed so well. But yeah, now I'm halfway and they're actually in person together and I'm loving him. He is an acts of service king and everything he's doing is right. So I'm like, where are we going now? What's gonna happen now? I mean, I have theories in my head. I always do this thing where it's, even if it's not a mystery book, like I am theorizing what's gonna happen. I don't know why, I just can never rest. Honestly, I want to finish this book today if that's possible. I'll give you guys an update when I get further in, maybe when I finish. I don't know, but it's going really well. I actually think I like this better than the first one. I think the Friends one I gave like 3 stars, which is the one right before this. I'll be back in a little. Okay, I just got back from Barnes. I bought some new books, Ali Hazelwood's new release, and then I found this on the shelf, which is K.L. Walter's new release. I'm so intrigued because it's supposed to come out next week and I found it at Barnes, so now I'm just so excited. So I think these are going to be the next 2 that I'm going to be putting on my Instagram stories for everyone to choose from. And I was going to put this one with a different one, but then I was like, these are 2 new releases. I want to see them go against each other. A nice little competition. So I want to finish Happy Ever After playlist. Why do I never remember names of anything? I want to finish that today, so I want to post these now so that tomorrow we could figure out which one we're gonna read. Let's do this. Where should I take this picture? I'm gonna take it on my bed. Let's do a poll. What's it called? What happens after midnight? What happens after midnight? Love theoretic. Only love can hurt like this. Okay, posting. Why'd that take me so long to make that story? Now we wait until I finish the next book. I don't know. I would say 24 hours, but I feel like I'm gonna finish that quicker than 24 hours. But I'll be back with updates from the book or to see what one and which one we're gonna start next. So, I'll be back. Okay, I just finished Happy Ever After playlist, literally maybe a minute ago. I binged this. I can't say it enough how much her writing is just so easy to read and just I breeze through her books. I love her writing. It's more dialogue than really anything else. Like it doesn't drag on, but I will say every book that I read of hers has this third act issue that always just makes me want to throw the book. Like it gets me so angry. And I know it's for the plot and I know it's to add a little something to it, but other than that, this was looking up to be like 4.5, even almost a 5-star. I loved the plot of this book. Like seeing Jason and Sloane try to figure that out, like that plot line happening once they were like more into their relationship. I loved seeing that because it just feels really real, and I know I have absolutely no experience in this, but I feel like in that world it's so hard for celebrities to do anything without being in the spotlight, especially relationships. Like seeing that in like their point of views and seeing how like fame really like messes with a relationship, I really enjoyed that. I loved Jason's character. I loved Sloane's character. I loved seeing Kristen, her best friend from the first one, in this one. That happens a lot. Sometimes I don't love a book, but then seeing them as like a side character in another book, loved that. Like I didn't love Kristen as a main character in her book, but as Sloane's best friend in this one, I really enjoyed her. And yeah, the storyline was just so good. But then we got to the end and I just feel like I didn't need that. So I am gonna give it 4 stars. It was so good. I highly recommend this one. The writing was just, it flowed so well. Like I binged this and I'm so happy that I read it. Also, the dog that was one of the main characters, Tucker, obsessed with him. He's a great add-on to this storyline. It was really fun. It was really cute. I loved these two together, and that's all from this. I'm gonna wait a little to look at our polling and see what won for the next one because it hasn't been too long yet. So I'm gonna wait a bit. I'll come back a little bit later when I'm ready to start my next book and we will see what won and what book that I'm reading next. I'll be back in a little to see our winner. Okay guys, it's much later now. I'm gonna start screen recording so we could see the winner of the poll together. It has not been 24 hours because it's the same day. I've processed as much TikTok as I can. I was watching YouTube too. I ate dinner. I'm ready for a new book. When I checked it a few hours ago, the one that I wanted to win wasn't winning, so now I might cheat the system. But if the one I don't want doesn't win, I may still read the other one because I'm in this weird slump. And if I read a book I'm not in the mood for, I feel like it's really gonna plummet me down into a even bigger slump. So let's just see who's winning. Anyway. Okay, Love Theoretically has 54% and What Happens After Midnight is 46%. Now I will say that that's closer than the other two that I put up had. I really want to read this one. I don't know why it's calling my name. I just really want a YA book right now. Like I don't want the other one, is what I'm trying to say. I know the whole point of this video is to read the books that you guys are choosing on Instagram for me, but for the sake of me, I'm just gonna read this book. I'm sorry guys. Eventually I'm gonna read Love Theoretically. It just, right now, I don't think that's the book for me. And I know that's not the point of this video. I really want to read this book. I read the back of it and it sounds like really interesting. It's like, I thought, looking at the cover, it's very similar in a way to Summer of Broken Rules, and I thought that they were gonna be companion novels, but they're not at all. This one is about this girl who's graduating, receives a mysterious note inviting her to join an anonymous senior class executing the end of the year prank, and then she realizes the person that's in charge of it is her ex, so now she's working with her ex to do this. It's like this whole thing, but it sounds very interesting in a cute little YA way. If you voted for Love Theoretically, I'm so sorry. I will still read it eventually. I know I'm going to, but if you voted for this one, thank you. I'm gonna go take a bath and I'm gonna start this book and we're gonna have ourselves a night, a relaxing night. I'm gonna stop talking. I am starting this book and I'm gonna do that now. first update with this book. I have not said anything, I don't think, but 145 pages in. At the boarding school that they go to, once a year, there's this person called the Jester, and they do the senior prank, but no one knows who the Jester is. Once that Jester goes, they assign the Jester for the next year. The Jester this year is the main character, Lily's ex-boyfriend, and he tags her in, and now there's like 5 of them, and they have to do their senior prank together, but they're doing it overnight, trying to figure it all out. So you have them going through and sneaking around together as a group, but then you also have her and him like awkwardly hanging out and her kind of like reminiscing on their relationship a little bit. So the mix of it is really interesting, and I will say it's fast paced, it's like fun and entertaining. I've never read a YA book that's kind of like them throwing around a school prank, which is it's cute in essence, but I don't know how much I'm loving it. I'm just gonna have to read more and see how I'm feeling as it keeps going, but I will say it's fun to follow along, and I'm really excited to see how her and Tag, which is her ex-boyfriend, kind of talk through their stuff, if they're gonna talk through it. I will update you guys in a little once I get further in, and we'll see how it goes. I just know that the book is just so cute. Aesthetically, really, really cute. That's all. I'll be back. I totally forgot to upload or post the next 2 books that we're going to be choosing from, and I'm almost done with the book. Like, I think I have about 100 pages left. So these are the 2 books I think that I'm going to put in here. There are 2 books that I actually just bought, so I think I want to read them. First one is Last Chance Books by Kelsey Rodkey. I think it's a YA romance whose family runs a bookstore, and then across the street this guy's family opens up a bookstore, so now they're in competition with each other. The cover is also so cute. So that's the first one, and then I also just got Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon. Can't say this title without singing the song in my head. I think this is about a woman whose fiance is in love with someone else. She goes to spend the time with her family. She meets Anders, who's harboring a secret. I don't know. I also only have 3% on my phone right now, so that's good. Posted. I'm gonna go finish this and then take a little bit of a break, I guess, to give it some time, and then I'll be back with my review of what happens after midnight and also with our winner and our next book that we will be reading together. Sounds like a plan. Does that sound fun? It does to me. A little mini update is that I'm enjoying this. It's not a book that I think that I typically would go for and enjoy, but I feel like having just a little YA adventurous almost book in your TBR it's a good palate cleanser, and I think it's a good fast-paced read. The writing is super easy. There's so many Taylor Swift references, which is really cute. I've been underlining all of them. It's fun. It's cutesy. I'm gonna go finish this and we'll see how it goes, what I rate it, what my thoughts are. Okay, so I just finished What Happens After Midnight a little bit ago, and I thoroughly enjoyed this. I think the ending was super, super cute because it focused more on their relationship. Like, literally after the last clip I filmed of me talking, it went more into the relationship because I feel like it was more focused on obviously the prank and them trying to hide that they're doing it and the school setting and everything, but then towards the end you get them focusing on the relationship. That was really sweet. I had to keep reminding myself this is a YA romance, and I felt like sometimes it was a little bit of an immature feel, but then I was like, it's supposed to be wholesome and cute and sweet, and that's exactly what it was. It just really picked up on the romance, which I was hoping that it would, so that was really cute towards the end. I think I would give this 4 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I will say the beginning was fun, but it did slow down kind of in the middle for me, but then it picked right back up more towards like the last maybe 150 pages. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I feel this would be a perfect book to binge like on a beach setting. It's just a perfect book in general if you want to binge a little YA book because the writing was just so fast paced, and like I said, the Taylor Swift references were crazy. Like there was like 3 on one page at one point, then the Schitt's Creek references were fun. Like if I just flip to a page, there's probably 3 Taylor Swift references. I underlined all of them. This one says All's Well That Ends Well, Untouchable, Getaway Car. Like they're all just spread out throughout this book, and that's what made it so fun to read it because I was looking for more of those little Easter eggs of Taylor Swift lyrics or titles. So that was really fun. And the setting is in Rhode Island and she lives by the beach, so you get that little setting, but it also takes place over the span of the nighttime. And then you get like the school setting and her friends. I don't know. It was really, really cute. So that's exactly what I wanted out of this book, and that's what I got. So it was a 4-star. Now let's see what book we're reading next. Our last and final book of this video. I have not checked the results, but I think it's only been like 3 or 4 hours. I think it's literally been 3. So right now, Only Love Can Hurt Like This has 53% and Last Chance Books has 47%. So they are very, very close in votes. I know it's only been 3 hours, but I want to choose my next book. I don't really want to take a break. I want to get into another story. We will be reading Only Love Can Hurt Like This by Paige Toon. It says An Earth-Shattering Secret, a Life-Changing Love Story. a flower. I'm very intrigued to see what happens if I enjoy this. I've seen this like everywhere. Every time I go to Barnes or Target, like I'm seeing this cover. So I want to know what it's about, and I'm excited to see because it says, "Only love can hurt like this. Life-changing love story. Earth-shattering secret." Like these are dramatic words we're using, and I'm hoping I'm getting some pain out of this. I don't know why I like pain in my books, but I'm low-key hoping we get some from this. I need a romance like that, you know? I will be back once I start. I just want to be so completely honest. I don't think I like this book. I'm about 102 pages in and I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe it's the writing is just not for me. I like books that are like dialogue heavy and are right into like the plot and it's entertaining and I want to continue going. This one just feels very monotone and like everything that they're doing and saying, or everything that the main character is doing and saying, just feels like it has no purpose. Like it just feels just so like bland right now. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt though. I'm not gonna DNF. I'm gonna keep going at least halfway before I make a decision. Maybe it'll pick up. Maybe it's just trying to give me some background or build up. I don't like it. Nothing is really interested to me. I don't know. I kind of don't understand what it's about still too. Like I can't tell if it's going to be like a full-on romance or if it's more focused on the main character who is from the UK and breaks up with her fiance and comes to stay with her dad in Indiana. Maybe her journey through this, but also finding it with another character. I don't know because it feels more reading like a literary fiction book. Like it's not reading like a romance book. So maybe that's why I'm not enjoying it. I'm just gonna keep reading. I'll update you guys in a little bit, see if my opinion has changed because only 100 pages in and I know that's like a lot of pages to know if I'm gonna like it or not, but I don't know. Something could change. Fingers crossed that things pick up. Okay guys, I finished Only Love Can Hurt Like This yesterday. Just binged it because I wanted it to be over. I'm gonna be so honest, it did not get better as I was reading. And I was waiting to see like maybe there's a plot point that I'm missing or something like that. And there was a plot twist that happened. This book is 360-70 pages and it happened at like the 300 page mark. So by that point I was so checked out, so emotionally just unconnected to the characters and the storyline that I was just like, yeah, this is interesting, but like one, it's kind of weird, and two, I don't know, I just don't, it wasn't for me. I understand there's probably like a deeper message and meaning within this book, but reading the back of the summary, I think I was just expecting a romance to ensue and for this to read more like a romance, but this was completely more of like a literary fiction read with just like a sprinkle of feelings involved. But it was very interesting because the main character, Ren, was so bland and like watching paint dry. Like it was so hard to listen to her talk to people, or just like all of the characters I feel like didn't really have a personality. They were all just like having the most meaningless conversations, and it was so random because in the beginning she goes there and she meets with her stepsister and like 100 pages in they're having like this deep conversation about, I don't know, but we don't even know who this character is, and it's just like, it was so odd to me at least. I just like the writing wasn't my writing style that I enjoy. I like a lot of dialogue. I don't like a lot of like inner dialogue where it's just like them explaining things, describing things for such a long time. Like she was describing like the shapes of windows and the size of things and what everything looks like, and I'm like, just get to the plot and get to the point. So it felt a little bit mundane and odd and no development, and there's a lot of words, not a lot of emotion, I think it was. And I looked on the reviews and there's a lot of 4 and 5 stars. So that's where my review comes in, because I personally gave this book 2 stars, but seeing the 4 and 5 star reviews, like I can understand why these people enjoy this book. I just think this really wasn't a book for my personal reading style that I like. Don't knock this book off of your radar. I definitely think you should try it and see if you like it, but it personally wasn't a hit for me, unfortunately. But I was going through the reviews after reading this for a while and I was just like so torn because I could understand what everyone was saying with the good reviews, but it just didn't hit that way for me. Unfortunately, it did not hit as hard as I would have liked it to, because I feel like the summary on the back was really giving and I was really excited, but it wasn't really what I was expecting. That is the end of our video. We read Happy Ever After Playlist, What Happens After Midnight, Only Love Can Hurt Like This. I think this video was so much fun. I love having you guys, or like anything else, choose the books that I read. I feel like I've been in such a weird slump where like all the books that I was choosing for you guys to read, I don't know, like I'm not in the mood for any of them. The mood reading has been hitting me hard this month. It's so weird. But thank you guys if you participated, if you watched this video. It was so much fun seeing your guys' opinions on these books when I was posting them. It's so fun talking about books with you guys. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for participating. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know your opinions on any of these books. Let me know any books you think I should read because I'm in such a weird reading mood, reading month. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you did, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bye!